On up to that soul vegetarian. We're on our way to the vegan restaurant right now. Okay. Yeah. I came in like March.
March?
Yeah.
All plant-based vegan restaurant. We started in 1979 here. Steeped in the Genesis account. In the Bible, we gave them a diet that was all plant-based. It said eat fruits that bear seeds and plants that bear seeds. That's supposed to be your meat. You know, so meat, the original meat, is the inner pulp of fruits and vegetables. So that's the standard for our culture and our lifestyle.
It's important to know where your food's coming from. You know, it's so easy to just go to like a McDonald's or Burger King. And I ain't gonna lie, I do it every once in a while. But for the most part, I like to eat healthy. I like to eat clean. And when I say healthy and clean, it's not just about physically what I'm eating, but also about the people that's behind it, you know, behind the counter. You can see that guy's energy, you can see his demeanor. You know, it was very warm, very welcoming, very spiritual. And that's the type of energy you want in your food. Imagine you go someplace, right? And everybody behind the counter is grumpy, everybody angry, nobody don't really care about what's going on. That's what you're getting in your food. Next thing you know, you sick. Like, how'd I get sick? Well, that's the energy you got through your food. You gotta pay attention to these things. Yeah, we about to go hit Studio One. About to link up with my man TB Digital from Producer Grind. My boy Hardo. You know, Hardo got some hits, man. Rod Wave, Lil Baby. It's gonna be our first time meeting in person and really getting it in. Should be good, should be cool. Hardo. Good, man. You?
I convinced him to come.
Like, come see Hardo, man. I was like, bro, you gotta cook up like in person.
We
We're making some crazy shit like.
Like 20 and then pick like the best ones, and the other ones I touch them like a year later or so.
So you be going through it quick though, like.
I mean,
Like how you just did that one.
It depends on stuff like that. But when I be making like those soul samples and R&B samples, it take a minute. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's easier to make darker stuff for me now than like more soulful.
When I be making like soulful or like Don shit, hell yeah, I just know I like to make a lot and then pick like, okay, which ones.
The hardest one.
Yeah, you feel me? I might make 20 but only send out 5 that day or something. Cause it's
Right.
like, when I realized I do this shit with B-Stars. So like I send samples like a whole lot of guys who sell beats on B-Stars and let them do all the work type shit. But I realized they like the trash simple shit, like the one melody, one sound shit. So usually the shit that I don't finish, I send it to them and they make them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that shit fire, I ain't gonna lie. You about to add something else to it? Yeah.
I'll be going through loops and I just know it's gonna drop down forward. Like
I remember last time I seen him, I was fat as fuck, man.
you are fat. You look more like solid now. Like you just like built.
Last time you seen me, bro, I was like, I remember because I ain't dropped that video we did.
Yeah.
I was in that big ass shirt.
No, I got it, OG. I just told this guy.
I got a lot of shit.
Don't let it fall.
No, I got you.
Guess what happened?
I got you.
You heard it.
It's kind of like my signature.
How much money you wasted at the mall, bro?
Mall was closed, but check out the shoes though.
This nigga just be blowing money, bro.
I don't, bro. You see? Yeah, Preem on the shoes. I fuck with my shit.
How'd you feel when it came out?
I feel good because I've been hearing about it. But I didn't think it was gonna drop for real. Yeah, I thought it was like. It's hard to get on outlets like this.
They tell you about this dude, bro.
My shit all real.
Nah, let me tell you about this dude. We making a sample, right? So Brad gonna laugh and be like, "Ha, you mind if I do you want your name on this?" And I'm like, "Nah, you straight." I send out my name. Ain't nowhere on the sample, bro.
Right,
That shit crazy.
hey yo,
Crazy,
yo,
bro.
look,
I was
he
like,
ain't-
damn. They be like, I like it, and then delete like all the sounds and then one in there, that one sound, and be like, and then he'll just flip it. And I'll just be like,
it was going hard though. At the end of the day, bro, you just trying shit. Like you could delete what I did.
no, but like don't delete it, like leave it in there, like mute it.
Yeah,
He's saying to be
Bro,
respectful
wipe it.
about it. He
Bro,
said,
I
wipe
was.
it.
I did mute it.
No,
nah,
bro,
he
wipe
said
that
like
shit.
somebody you just like you just spent like 20 minutes on a pattern. You just come up behind the nigga and be like,
I
Wipe
deleted
the
it like
shit.
it's still there. I just
sitting there like,
made it disappear temporarily.
sitting there looking like damn.
Right, if you collab with him, just know you gotta save his ass. Once he touch that shit, save that, bro.
No, I don't do it all the time. That's really what TV.
We collab.
Like in a session, like
I just walk away. I mean, I come back 20 minutes later. I walk away, bro.
It's day 2, Atlanta. As you can see, we're in the B&B vibes. I'm about to cook up a little something. Before we cook up, I'm gonna answer some of your questions. So the first question I received was, what keeps you motivated? So I'd have to say that the number one thing for me that keeps me motivated is just thinking about the future and thinking about exactly what I want to accomplish and where I want to be. So, you know, thinking about walking into an arena or walking into a club and just hearing my music playing, and it's like, yo, like that's me, I made that. You know, other people hit me up and saying, yo, you produced this is my favorite song, or just me being able to work with bigger producers like Wheezy or Metro or Southside, being able to have those opportunities to work with producers of that caliber because I've created, you know, a certain level of work. And of course, just thinking about what I could do for my family, what I could do for my community. Before I was, you know, Nile Waves, the producer getting all these placements and stuff, I was Nile Waves, the producer living in his mom's house, just trying to make beats every day. I didn't have any placements. I didn't have connections with big artists or anything like that. I was just like a lot of you are, just, you know, just grinding, you know, on my own. One of the things that I was doing at that time was I was working at a grocery store. I'll never forget going in there every day and being like, I don't want to be here. But for that time in my life, I had to be there. So one of the things that keeps me motivated is just thinking back to those times where I was working these odd jobs, you know, clocking in, clocking out every day. I don't want to go back to that. So I'm gonna work 5 times as hard when I get back home, work 10 times as hard. You know, I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure that this music thing works. Question 2, have you ever paid for a placement? This is a question that I receive a lot. On the internet, there's a lot of people that claim that, oh, if you pay me $200, then I'll send your beat to Lil Baby. You send me $200, I'll send your beat to Lil Durk. It's like, guys, it doesn't really work like that. When you provide value as a producer, the people that are around this artist, they'll come to you to send beats because that artist needs hot beats. They don't charge you to send beats to them. So whenever you see somebody trying to charge you to send beats, it's probably a scam. Now, there are rare occurrences where there will be a person that's around the artist or in an artist camp that will offer you a percentage on a song, maybe, that will say, hey, you send me this beat, I'll send it to this artist. Let's just say the artist is Future, for example. I will make sure Future hears it. I'll make sure that it's played in a session with him so that he can hear it. And if it gets placed, just give me a percentage. See, stuff like that happens often. So you may know an engineer or something, maybe y'all two are not that tight, but he's like, listen, you send me these beats and one of them gets placed, just give me a percentage on the song and we could handle things on, you know, the back end like that. But very rarely will you ever see anybody say, yo, just pay me this upfront fee and I'm gonna send your beat to this person. That doesn't really happen. To this day, I haven't seen it. Like, I haven't seen that actually work out. Like, yeah, I paid him $200 for, you know, to send my beat to this person and it got placed. I haven't seen that happen yet. As far as collabs go, that's a different story. If you're working with a bigger producer and they're charging for collabs, that's really something that you have to think about. Is this going to be worth it for me? So you just have to be mindful of who you're dealing with and what their reputation is when it comes to that. But people do get placements off of collabs. I've seen that happen. So that's not something that I would say that you necessarily need to steer clear from. You just need to make sure that you know who you're working with when you do those collabs, okay? Now, when it comes to paying an artist to hop on your beats, I would just say don't ever do that because that's just messing the whole game up. That's not what we do. We send beats to artists so that they rap on it and we both make money off of the song. This is a collaborative effort. If you're sending the beat, you get paid for your work. The artist pays videographers. The artist has to pay graphic designers. He has to pay his manager. Everybody else that has a hand in this artist's career, he has to pay. So why would it make sense for the person that's the most important person other than the artist itself? Why would it make sense for you to pay that artist to hop on your beat? It doesn't. Unless you are creating like a producer tape or something and you really don't have any type of relationship with this person. But if an artist is like DMing you and saying, hey, I'm doing placements right now, pay me $200 and I'll rap on your beat. Nah, man, we good on that. We good on that. We ain't doing that. Last question I'm gonna answer in this vlog is, what is the best move after your first placement? If you have gotten that first placement, whatever that may be, the first thing you wanna do is you wanna pump it up. You wanna pump yourself up. You want people to know that you produced that, right? So you wanna make sure that it's posted on your page. You wanna make sure you are making beats in that manner, because people will probably start to come to you and be like, yo, I need some of that type of stuff. I need the beats he was making for this person, because it's a placement, right? So let's say you get your first placement with, like, let's just say Moneybagg Yo, right? Big artist, has a lot of Memphis inspired sounds in his beats and stuff. And let's say that the beat you produced for him was in that realm. It would be more beneficial for you to spend the next few weeks after that placement comes out really stacking up beats that are in that realm, because there's going to be people coming to you saying, yo, I need some beats like the one you made for Bag. Now, if you decide after, you know, that placement drops to start making a whole bunch of hyper pop Lil Uzi beats, you're gonna be like, dang, I gotta scramble, I gotta make some beats because I haven't made any beats like that in a while. So you want to stack up beats in the same realm or style so that you'll have them ready for anybody who discovers you. When that song drops, when it's going crazy in the streets, people are going to know who you are because you produced it. So if you want to capitalize off of that, you're going to need to have beats in that same style that you can send to other artists. That's the best first move after your placement, other than, of course, pumping yourself up. Even going into YouTube comments and commenting, produced by me. Little stuff like that goes a long way. You never know who might see that. Let's try a different key. I ain't gonna lie, I just spent like 20 minutes trying to come up with like a counter melody for this. I realized sometimes it's best to just keep it simple. On our way to the gym right now, looking at the maps, trying to find a gym that we can go to that it's not too much traffic to get to. You know, Atlanta traffic get crazy. Hopefully it's not that bad though. Alright, so we're in Anytime Fitness right now. About to get a little workout in. So the way I like to work out, a lot of people have been asking me like, what's your workout routine? Seeing you be getting bigger, seeing you getting a little aki, you know what I'm saying? My workout routine is 3 days a week, full body. Starting off with leg press. I like using the machine for leg press because I don't, like personally, I'm just trying to get bigger, man. I ain't trying to get like, I'm not trying to be no power lifter. So we got 80 pounds right here, 80 on the incline. This will be a PR if I hit this. Let's do it. Ain't even gonna cap. 80's no joke. Cool to spend all day in the studio, in the house cooking up, but we gotta be active, man. We gotta get fit, we gotta get right. Get it.